Okay guys, so for those of you who remember that I bought an Xbox 360, this is going to be another how-to video. I know how much some of you guys like these. But basically I bought one of the newer slim models that didn't have a hard drive in it, just the 4 gigs of memory. And I've looked around online and I figured out that you can replace a hard drive that came in the old style enclosure and put it into the new 360 Slim models. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that, but first I'm going to show you how to take this whole assembly apart. There is a certain way you have to do it, so let's get started. You are going to need some Torx screwdrivers that look like this. Can't really see what that looks like, but they got the weird funky ends on the end of them. So there it is. Like I said, if I didn't say it, that's how much it was, $49.99. What you got to do is you got to notice that there's 1, 2, and 3 screws up here, and you have to take all 3 of these out. So let's see which one here fits. Okay, so I was able to loosen them, and I can just about now pull them out with the tips of my fingers. I need to get the screwdriver again, but as you can see, I do have them out just enough to now take a regular screwdriver to them. And as you can see, with a little bit of effort, I was finally able to get them off. So let's go ahead and set the top half down over here and see what else we need to do. It appears that there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully that should break everything free, and then I can get at the hard drive from the top, or it might just slide out from the side. Well, regular Torx screwdriver works fine for this. Just gonna have to disconnect that, and there you have it. Okay, so the next step here, I've got the hard drive right here. This is a 120 gig hard drive. As you guys saw in the earlier part of the video, it did come out of the old complete assembly for the original Xbox 360s. So now, what you're going to have to do is get your Xbox 360, and keep in mind you want to disconnect the power when you do this, and be very careful. The whole trick with this is to be patient. It's not as hard as you might think. I mean, it can definitely be done. You just have to be patient with it. And as you can see right here, here's the opening for the hard drive bay. Let me go ahead and move the Xbox here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. If you look in there, you have your regular SATA pin connectors, these same ones that are on the back of the hard drive. And if all things are done accordingly, it should just fit right in there. So the small one's over there on the left, and this way that I've got the Xbox, so it's going to go in pretty much like this. So one thing to keep in mind though, like I was saying before, is you have to be patient when you do this. The whole trick with doing stuff like this is you never want to get into a hurry, because you will damage something. And as you can see, it just slid right in. That's kind of the way you want to get it in. As far as that goes, and you can, not saying you should or, do anything stupid, but you can put stuff in there to support it, like a small piece of plastic or something. But just as long as it, you're not moving it around or bumping up against it, it should be fine the way it is. But that's about the way it should go in there, and it just slides right in. You kind of have to find, the sweet spot for it to get in there right. So let's go ahead and put the cover back on and get everything powered up and see if this thing blows up or not. And so as you guys can see, it does register the hard drive as I was talking about. Go ahead and see if everything moved over, and everything did. Get you guys out of the light there. So Battlefield 3 is now on the hard drive, occupying 2.3 gigs of space. So let's go back, and there you have it. So that's how to do your own do-it-yourself hard drive installation into a new Xbox 360 Slim. Hope all you guys enjoyed this. I tried to make it as brief as possible. There is a bunch of links, or at least a couple links, that I will include in the description bar down below. As for taking apart the original hard drive assembly for the original Xbox 360, I recommend that you guys go ahead and consult the link that I will provide on how to do that. It'll make it a whole lot easier for you instead of trying to watch this video and make heads or tails out of that. So hope all you guys enjoyed. Once again, stay classy. And so now I'm just moving some files over to see if everything worked right, but it did register the hard drive in the system.